1,000 about 1,000 wasabeje fans yasa manatena yen about 2 o'clock 2 hours no sorry or co program for we ninti na wuye wa wu banza what they smart to obusu so waja ma ho onko hwe wo ni school fees won tua enti Ghanaians youth especially mo amose pombama politicians are confused because of 50 cedis who are what wu banza.
All right.
Welcome to YOUTHS YouTube channel. Positivity only.
And what you know, woman in Iran, and so Eddie Nibium aka ho. And now we Yadania Soreya, IDF, Israel Defense Forces. On my press conference, I catch you are seeing and so Muhi will be a moi.
Assemble
Na a corner a down manimno. One more Crophobia or Moshisha or Mokumo. One more candy pain, one more Crofwa, one more Shisha won, no more Kumwong.
Captain Smart.
Na Cosissa Umbenya San Crofono, Crobia Mbete Home. Says San Nipano, or was our crewman, was our crewmo for no sour mino, or Mudo Yame. Omono Bekwashi. Na omu hia obia so emwa. Now answer na Al-Wahab about to assume yebe kwa numuno. We share America. Though Israel so hia obia mwa, but America sasa nneema kɔ hɔ. Kwan bi so ɔboa wɔn. Wo de no to nkyɛn a Russia tete kwan nkyɛn hɔ. China tete kwan nkyɛn hɔ. North Korea de we yi nanim. Say Iran any Lebanon here mwa is just a phone call away. Also, obeboa won. It is a say China ede ships akese ene nam eye nimpeswa so hot through Hong Kong home potem hono na eye bra North Korean so also the warships and also ene na mafafa ho omo tete minimum pa omo tete no. The Crawford can say there's a possible third world war. Of Al-Wahab, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, boss.
Na Bibi Aboko. Mo. Do you see a possible third world war?
There can't be any third world war.
Embabium.
Never in the history of the world.
And then Tinama Okansa.
Well, there's no free territory be a war by be any part of the world. The First World War, the Second World War, there were still territories. Now, as I say, you won't see your baby. I did that. The superpowers of the world: America, Russia, English, France, Spanish, Portuguese. Not the world. The war was possible because now will be also pay nipa, and then the superpowers at the time, British for Kontokwa, no Timba Befa Ghana Gold Coast, no no call. Now there's no Gold Coast. Now there's no Rhode Island. There's no Rhodesia. There's no country at that any part of the world that more or less one independent. At the time of the World War, first one and second one, the 178 countries of the world. Now a lot of them were under occupation. A lot of them were under colonization.
Okay.
Now Ghana independence, in the case of Ghana as a typical example, since 1957. You have 67 years of independence. And two person say UK or British government or Kokan Tokwa say or Iran or Iraq or Saddam no afraid for no afraid Nana Kufuado. Mam Ghana for soldiers 10. And say Ghana soldiers 10 Kokan Wa Kokondia. Then the country now we are affected, you know. Also to me back Ghana beko. At the same time, if you look at the whole world, all the 6 continents of the world. You're talking about the North America. You're talking about the Africa. You're talking about the South, and then the Europe, and now the Middle East. That is the Asia side.
Captain Smart.
Australia, that continent, the Pacific down. Oh, Peking in 6 ya. Chame baby bako pe. I said land ebi daho. Na land ne daho no. Any of the superpower of the world, either the United Kingdom, either the France, either the Americans. America crowd the ideal in as you look at it, you know. Apart from Panama, any Puerto Rico, any Solomon Island, America one call baby uncle occupy any country. America one colonize Ubia.
Okay.
Liberia, America one colonize Liberia. Liberia, a friend is a NGO in the colonize room. Then American government.
NGO, yeah, NGO.
Yes, NGO in the colonize Liberia.
NGO, man.
It was an NGO. I forgot the name.
Non-governmental organization.
Yeah, they went to live in Liberia, occupy Liberia, and then formalize. So when we American NGO and American for a bear more or less. NGO, Liberia was not
colonized by America.
No, America.
It was an NGO.
NGO.
Wow.
America was Africa. Asia, America was Koho. Oceania, you know, the Australian continent, only Solomon Island and America, but even Solomon Island at a point to crowd with Jim. And the chairman, which part of the world, as the United States or so Kokwan, America can only rely on the allies. Who are the allies? The allies are from friends of America, and they use the terminology. Either you are with us or you are not part of us. Which are the countries? Spain, Italy. Mm-hmm. That's the European country, only America, Portugal, and some few other countries. Holland, so the America, and then the Kontokwa on Tutu. German, would the America, as a friends of America, or country be on Tutu, or humanitarian. Germany, only America.
Netherlands, Germany, Luxembourg,
on Tutu. Austria, only America, baby, friends of America on Tutu. Country, only America, baby, so support friends of United States, UK, on open to dada. France, open to Italians, Tutu, Spanish, Tutu. But most of the Middle European countries, no, the American baby, they don't, including the Balkan countries. The Balkan country, Poland, a Red Cross nation, red, gold, green, red, white, red flag, Red Cross, Switzerland, Red Cross, Austria, Red Cross, Canada, Red Cross, even Canada, only American share border, on baby uncle to that. So, at what point would America generate into World War? It's Israel. Israel, Middle East. How does it affect Africa? It doesn't affect Africa because Israel when colony ha, and a colony be no bit my baby fan. While me colonize any country in Africa, so Israel has no legitimate and no African country will follow Israel. Diplomatically, you bet my akasa. African bit my make comments, but even with that crown, with a little bit measurable your friends' statements, on to me Israel is so cock. Iran can talk on Israel. African country, why close ties, colonized by Iran. So if you set it aside, then let's come to Europe. Russia, Ukraine, it was the mistake of the West, and for that matter, the Western world. Almost started at the beginning as military operations. So at the military operations, now Belgium, a European Parliament, European Union, and then the Western world, the superpowers, they could have stopped the world, the fight at that point, because Russia was started war or started military operations. So Monjai Russians na omabedi Ukraine na mo harazu ewo Crimea region, and Ukraine for Nanjai, and Russia started military operations or kofa Crimea for. In one day or cross over border for Crimeans 700,000 or more Russian passport. That was a military operation. Or you have military operations now Ukraine started so more common. Russia giddy. And Russia just one jaya may invade. So there are three series and stages of the fight of Ukraine Russia. The first one was the military operation. The second one called invasion. So when they went invasion, one would have expected say the world will stop and then exercise decorum and sit down on the table. That was the time a European Union and the world, I call it say your friend NATO then the brand Boris Johnson, the fight Ukraine Russia till today was Boris Johnson's cause. Where is he? It's Boris Johnson who told Ukraine not to sign the peace agreement. Because at that time Russia was prepared to sign the peace agreement. Now when invasion, no go back to Moscow. Boris Johnson said we will support you to fight. in the more sign. So Zelensky walked out of the table. That generated into war. So if a war is declared, war has no limit as to when and how it will end. Okay. But let us not forget, the Western world in Ankasano, without mentioning countries, they know and they are benefiting war. Because the war no more Ukraine today, or arms, or ammunitions, or weapons, or you see it's a gift. It's never a gift. It is never a gift. One way or the other they will pay. And there are some services companies are more benefiting. Say even American crown or due to Ukraine, your service company beyond the coach and see the issue. And this is your consultancy consortiums.
That's right.
And to also making money. So they just don't want to stop. Even though the background rationale is that Russia, the power, now share the genesis of the UDSSR, how we breaking the republics of Russia from Boris Yeltsin and Gorbachev, a quite fast one, breaking the wings of Russia. And just said the superpower of UDSSR, the Soviet Union. Then the Soviet Union said, country be free, so on Russia and Babacon. The only country that left the Soviet Union on Russia tries to Babacon, including all the allies, was Afghanistan. And Afghanistan at that time was supported by the UK and the British. And the created Osama and the Russia the first country to break away from the Republic of UDSSR. Now, if you're talking about, say, World War III, a bit Messiah, it is not possible. Even French, until now, only the Oman independence 60%. No, hold 40. No. So French, or call Afghanistan, or support to American, or call French countries, no, I copy soldiers bear 1 or 2. South soldiers in a French for Dumko Afghanistan from the African countries. One of them Guinea. One of them your friend is saying Burkina Faso. One of them Niger. And one of them Mali. All those boys know they call as French legionnaire. Ka omami ho kokon ye no. Dumboya de no koy. Kokon Afghanistan. Oba ye no e no oba be ye nuku. Asimi Goita no a French legionnaire de no ko Afghanistan ena Damiba kana Damiba do ye ku a Traoré betu no say a French legionnaire then Chiani of Niger also so no a French legionnaire and to my French for Nankasa dom kan hom dom kokon they didn't take the whole army, they selected the specialist ones be and dom ko apart from that. And to me Koba say Afghanistan be free Afghanistan say France for Bano na Mali so you knew in Tumba Mali Ababeko. So where is the third world coming from?
Okay.
The third world is only possible, which has already come. We've experienced the first third world. The third world, a non-conventional, no conventional weapons, is the health world war, and then COVID.
Okay.
COVID was designed in a way to break and then weaken some countries' economy. Either than that, Captain Smart and Chair in a tier 4. Who was the last person to be treated with COVID? Where did the COVID go? How many people, including you and I, may who injection no? COVID in the Where did the COVID go? As of 2020, China didn't sell good around the world. The only country of China, 59,000 euros, nose mask. In January 2020, Abrana China tricking Europeans. I'm a company be a China no Oma ton cheap at the municipal assembly of the country of China cities no. No China so wapejanensa yare na ba no ntimi nso and Italians companies Americans Germans obi aja no monko China up to today hu ba bi osie ni nipa. China's economy from COVID to today grew stronger than any other country in the world. China, after German man who knows mass, or 10 around 6 months later, or my American ventilators, but could be at $25,000. Italy, no, China for the Chinese doctors and the baby Italians. UK for my chair, baby, I say a Wembley, and a friend is saying, the other airport. Or second airport here in London, or much airport no converting to hospital, and for another. Spain for much train now no SIR for woman, treat send coffee. France match stadium, Koda stadium, treat send the coffee. And then the Americans, what did they mention? So they lost guard. and a Chinese for no say
ebiti wo mo
say mo ya Security Council, not the Permanent Security Council of the UN, United States, United Kingdom, France, and America, and Russia, with China. China and can be our table so on Russia ma other foreign fanya jumada. Shirame, ever since in the history of the World WHO, World Health Organization, Shirame draw Russia for the WHO for approval as a malaria drug. Shirame baku. Adentina Russia malaria drug di ayenye. Adena Chinese malaria drug di ayenye. Malaria drug ni ajinu krumhano. Enye France company. Enye German for na beji contract no. Enye UK for na beji contract na. Americans. No mu jiwi no ma sublet ama Western European countries. Na yare ba ko ne malaria the same tonton na keka Captain Smart no. The same tonton na ho. Adentin dey change aduro no. Why are we always changing them? I tested some chloroquine. From chloroquine, I tested. No, you change the drone din. Country produce, company produce a different. But the same malaria now, symptoms not change your Debbie. So how come I say the same symptoms, but all the time we get different drug? Ah, we ne ye.
Yes, and tonton more advanced.
And tonton mutate. Mutate. And tontuma a war Kosovo. And tuntuma a war Afghanistan, and tuntuma a war Turkmenistan, and tuntuma a war your friends Azerbaijan, and yes, I'm tuntumi bin a waha. And yet, even America and Canada, all catch us and tuntum their wonka. Well, Captain Wawako, Florida, Florida, tuntum, one on the size. Okay. Do you understand what I mean? And Tini, no, yeah, I did a China for international Mr. D. But the world lost guard said about 2, 3, 4, 5 years before the COVID. Ubeshia China Nibia or Europe no she nose mask. Ubeshia China Nibia American airport no she nose mask. That time that was the time I know doing testing. Where is the COVID? That was the Third World War. And the Third World War in terms of medical no, Yemusa the country Ethiopia. Ahmed Abiy as the Prime Minister. And then the WHO. WHO, your friend is Omo as Chief Executive and I say the head of WHO. On your Ethiopian. Mm-hmm. Did you see throughout the COVID? Ethiopia airline, one packet one day. On our WHO, the whole throughout the COVID 2 years now, country behind ground Ethiopia line making now the best airline, the fifth best in the world. Because of COVID, Skonya. Other than on your WHO, on the head of WHO, where Ethiopian, no my Ethiopia airline, but all the major airlines, Ubia Grandia, Kelemuina Grandia, Ethiopia no Juma. Where was it coming from? And we've gone through the process of the Third World War through health. The other ones in economic sabotage, industrial sabotage. These are the world wars that we're living in. The conventional weapon with world war, it can never happen because as I see the only country of the world, the only island of the world is West Papua. I was South Pacific. And when as I say up to now, only independence and only self-determination, only African descent, Indonesia, our war and the guide you that is the only world, any place.
What's say? What day?
West Papua.
Snakes.
The whole country, Nipa 4 penalty ever since. Over the independence. And it's the biggest island of the whole southern, your friend is Oceania State.
Normally then protect almost snakes.
All the pythons, the only prison in the world guarded by pythons, snakes, our war and the guide you They have a president, Benewenda, living in UK. As hosted president in the United Kingdom, British for quarantine conquering free into a
there be one more president, baby.
Or Benewenda, he's my friend. We can call him now and put him online. The president of the Republic of West Papua, Benewenda. He is my friend. I call him personally. You can call him right now. You will pick. His country is guarded by pythons. It's the only country of the world that only territorial, only flag, Yemen flag. Do you understand me?
And Indonesia,
Indonesia. And British is not talking about it yet. Because when you go to the South Pacific, Kiribati, Tahiti, what do you mean? Mm-hmm. Nauru Island, Tonga Island, Micronesia, Tonga Island.
Okay, sorry.
Micronesia, Polynesia Islands. Niue Island, Solomon Island, PNG, Papua New Guinea. Papua New Guinea, any Fiji. Some countries, including Vanuatu. Some countries, West Papua, and their population is more dense populated. They are bigger than Jamaica. They are bigger than a friend saying Antigua and Bermuda. They are bigger than Haiti. They are bigger than St. Lucia. They are bigger than your friends Dominican Republic and all those countries. You know, this is the only country in the world that only territorial heritage. Only will be
no flag, no nothing.
Nothing. They don't allow. They don't have passport and they don't have anything. Only Palestinians. These are the only territories in the world that only a passport. Do you understand me? But even with that.
Wow. This one I don't know.
You will never do.
I've never heard
Say
of this one there.
So when I meet the British commissioners of British what are you people doing? You host a president in your country. European Union there be a window.
Enti omo kwato abano woni kurum ho a.
Abano ekrom ho na to abano kra na wo ma to abano. Indonesia for one krom chinese betweenity as the president of the country. The go me nipa for no mdwane to Australia back or Holland and no nipa for pen every country no in the history of that country. West Papua, and yet is the biggest island of the whole Swahili, sandwiched between Australia and New Zealand. And all these countries are named the 13 friends.
This country is sandwiched by Australia and New Zealand.
Yes, in between. Yes.
And then Indonesia is what?
Indonesia. Omo battery to sea no. What I say? Ocean no. Omo bam. Oma beji aho. Aho na Indonesia nya ne oil and resource ni sika onyamia from West Papua. And the British is not talking. I put this.
And America is also quiet.
America is quiet about it. Nobody speaks about it. It's the only, and they are blacks and the Africans. The only African descent. You can just like West Papua. They don't have one more president or to UK.
And to plane call.
Plane when airport, when train station, when bus stop. Car crown Indonesia car soldier car ni moment 2.5 million population.
And it's a country?
It's a country. They are bigger than Jamaica. They are bigger than all this. There is the kind of...
No airport?
No, nothing. You need plane. You need a BBR. Australia for a port closer to your friends. Indonesia or port closer to the country. They use so military in the car. The helicopter and you see for more. So far, baby, I be fako. So be dry.
I want to understand.
Every young, every youth. Car be Australia for the use car. For the use car. Indonesia for soldiers na Yusukan. Meanwhile, East Timor is smaller than that island. But East Timor, American, British, France, and the Western world were instrumental forcing Australia, Indonesia to give East Timorese and make it a country. Maldives is all the how old Maldives? How many are they? They are not even up to 1 million. But a holiday destination. What about West Papua? Apart from armed robbers, and internal domestic police joint unit. Military move Takrade. Shami military move Sunyane.
Biniho.
Sham military move Vota region.
Ebiniho.
Sham military move Western region.
Ebiniho.
Shami joint military move Central region. Shami military Ashanti region.
Ebiniho.
Eastern region.
No.
I ain't find a military corps.
Of course.
Not even Tamale. Boko, the tip and the smaller country. A smaller part of the country. Why do we have Ghana Armed Forces, Ghana Police, BNI, National Security, Military Intelligence, Military Police, Immigration, Customs, Paramilitary, all combined, how many forces, and Omdo Nipa do send or Obi ada 190 cent. Hotel budget send the mom, your new camp or your new military base. So if a country think they are smart, now your problem persistent, consistent, prevailing story, prevalent. Every year biaboko eba. What stops the Republic of Ghana? So basic military base.
Our boko. No, this soldier for not
permanent. Are we so stupid?
That's a good one.
Are we as a country so stupid that the whole country, meanwhile, Mamprusi Kusasi on records, they are minority tribes of the country. They are kind of major northern tribes. Frafras are more than these two.
Oh.
Dagatis are more. Walas are more. Dagbanis are more. Dagumbas are more. Are you getting me?
Yes.
Gonjas are more. So you can talk about the little tribal settings at one north. Why it has not gotten an escalation? It's always contained between Mamprisi and Kusashi. Omye nkwana eko. Fra form free bologa so okokumbia ma obia. Dagomba sem konko kokubi ma obia because it's a minority tribe.
Okay.
Dagate sem crossway emfa nandom enko navrongu enka so omukwa kokubi. Yente so se gonja for so omko support either Mamprisi or Kusashi. Wangara scrum no more top on. Wangara don't even go in there. Gruma people don't go. Be mobile, they don't go and fight. It is always Boko, Mamprisi, Kusashi. So if it is Mamprisi, Kusashi, why are they the only people in the north? Or in the good name of what? Chieftaincy. Gate 1, gate 2. What's me a Mamprisi hine? What's me a Kusashi for hine? With all due respect. And so what? What do we get from that part of the country, calling it a national income? What do we get from Kusashi land or Mamprisi land? With all due respect, I appreciate it much on it has a bearing of the Ghana national income positively. What do we get out from there? The country in the economic highest pool, the highest pool of this country is in the western region. Wagreke ho na wo, ukoko ho. O bodia ho, o oil ho, o bauxite ho, o manganese ho, o bibia ho. So about 50% of the Ghana national income come from one region, western region, and yet know the bad schools, know the bad rules, know the bad developmental agenda in the west. They have not raised arms. They haven't fought. Christian Kunye. What is said western country be western town be obian Kunye. Na se wasin ya kwaji sika ni firi ho wia ya kwaji koko ni firi ho wia na mo volunteer to national budget na ma for security budget na mo de ko one town enye two towns boko na ma ko say sika no. Is it fair? Security budget say na kwa Ashanti region, security budget say na Cobra half region in order of national income and where it comes from. No, you can talk about yes, Greater Accra also volunteer in the land. I'm at their capital. So whether I like it or not, they never come home. But the original, what kind of list of real physical contribution? You can talk of the West. You can talk second of the Ashantis, the Brown half region. Are you getting me? In that order, Greater Accra, even Eastern region, because they control also of cocoa, also of farms, even Volta region. Shira media free that northern tip at the bad national income ni mo. Bokope.
Okay.
So therefore, the country is not having her peace. Yabenya this issue. One Konkoba ene Nanumba estatia no ye. It took one police officer Walankaki fan yame fan the crency. He moved police there and stop. Excuse me. That funny a year and no. It never happened again. Into my Musa said, if we're talking about the Fourth Republic, and as a issue, you know, a big issue from 1992 by Pimne, it had been there years back. But 1992 by Pimne, there, government upon all the 8 governments under the Fourth Republic, Obia Benya issue ni bi. President Kofonya ni die. President Mahama Binyani die. President your friends Atamils Nyane die. Jerry Nyane die. Nana do Nyane die. Enti mi Musa said, enti omu bia no ha wonya adwen say sabi. This is the situation. Na ya the soldiers be free Accra. Ni aye coalition. Ni afre forces. Air Force kakra, Navy kakra, ya be free takra, the near dome nyina gu kem. Transportation to that place. Ade na wonya permanent base. No Boko Central ho. Near her a case be bar. Yes, a soldier sent back to my boys in Sabi and Kwasa Sema. Obi sorry no akwa shi crew 17. No akum nipa no amacha tu no moko. Enti yan information gathering as a country and information processing as a country, we have a difficulties with that. Because Ghana knows how to gather information, we don't know how to process information. And for that matter, no, or gather information na baby. O process are bad. And then politicians are behind. But then, Captain, for your records, young called the ministry of Interior from colonial time, from 1957, the independent, before even the independence, Gold Coast time. It's the only ministry. Obia need 2 years, even abroad from her ministry, no Obia need 2 years. Throughout Jerry's time, or changing Minister of Interior and you own now from Free North. Just purposely to solve that issue. And Timanya Juma. President Kofo back to back, checking the records, who were his Minister of Interior. Offer defense, no offer interior. Apart from say offer Adokufo Ninua, air defense, no, throughout the chain of time, no. Minister of Interior, there be a no Free North.
Alasan was first.
Yes. The record, Minister of Interior, Omina no me nordness. President Mills of our nordness. Nanado Dankwa, wafa also afabi. What about your friends, John Mama? Kumbo for defense, Wayongo for interior. What happened? And how is it all the time, no? Northern Minister of Interior, purposeless because of the Boko conflict. Yes, we had a friend is Yana and Abudu ni Andani. Nanado, one of the achievements to me, why are there? That problem was able to solve. Even that one, in my view, is bigger than the two that we are talking about. Say Yana Andani ni Abudu for Tima Smokus peace pipe. There's peace, permanent peace war there. And then in that country, the Biano, Omoha HS, that particular part of the city. Now when you idea funny.
Debbie.
The funny aspect that I was talking about, information gathering and information processing. District BNO Bokwa, Yeni BNI, permanent resident officer Otiho.
District BNI.
And your what district security council, that's a coho. And your war.
Municipal Security
Council. And your regional security council. Yes, our police stations, district police station, divisional police station, and san your regional police station or Bolgatanga. In the Captain Musau, in the BNR for one Peke, the story. The CID for her Peke, the military intelligence, our cover the nation on Peke. The police CID in Peke, immigration for her, Oman Peke signal, customs for border and Oman Peke. These are all part of the security companies, the security community. And the captain. So, well, now, then a conflict in a team. Sorry, you gather information, intimate process and stop on before its arrival. Can anybody tell me why? If it is not, quote unquote, say it is a means country needs to feel entertained and happy, say, yes, say a security budget. And this today, Captain, say, because security budget in at the military strength. You by election in a month's time. What do security forces, a police, a army, a migration, a custom, what do you boko? If something is happening in Brahaf region, I feel now call withdraw. If something happens in Takrade, I feel now call withdraw. And then the election has said that the country must have a fair balance of security outlook, the whole country during the election. But some Captain, the interesting thing is that up to today, the Ghana Security Agency, headed by National Security, Omakan me, and they will say, which state of the 3 flags and the security alarm you womb? Are we in red, or we are in yellow, or in green? They don't come out to say. The country generally has a green because you need any presence of the UN, you need presence of any organization be a Captain, would you mean? Any military operations be our Ghana bush, except this Boko. Any in Krasa war, no Alavanyo Nimkunya, Tiabo Free war, Sanquasia war. Apart from that, I ain't find your any issue. Alavanyo in Kunya, so you for back crank or the Tiabo Free Num Num, will be on for more. Obi for mo. And to tell me the whole country Ghana, 267,000 kilometers square kilometers of this country. You need one political prisoner at the jail. You need one president or exile. You need fugitive or outside. And you know I say country no most wanted. And in such a country, then I'm one city. It may disturb with security. Captain Enoma, can you tell me who sat here a journalist? You're one person or several prison sentence because of MPP. You're one person or several sentence because of NDC.
Back we know your friends. What you know?
What I know the economic crime, and yet because of his party affiliation.
Okay. The matter.
Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
And Ghana is so blessed. And I've said, your security intelligence community in England, sometimes I'm sorry to say they are funny because they don't understand the country's security profile. The security profile, they say, what should the whole country? You need bush. One single bush be an official uniform. I show no. Ghana police mechanism, Dampar mechanism say police for 20 Ghana, editor show. We know be after military will be Ghana. Immigration will be unfair to Ghana. Customs will be unfair to Ghana. As at the time of President Kufuor, as I keep mentioning, 2005, the most wanted man in this country, 40 million population, was Atayi. Atayi was just a common criminal. Sika adema ko fubo achi so nkochina 500 Ghana cedis. Where your country? ISO. 500 cedis most wanted under President Kufuor 2005. Ko fubo achi nkopa Atayi nche no 500 Ghana cedis. It is such a country. Ya no bu ebedu election na. Me no be say project before say election e be to aba no. Once election year, I don't talk, I keep quiet and sit quiet. But I want the Ghanaians to know, sir, nobody should ever think, sir, this is a country that can plunge into crisis. It's never happened. It's not true. It can't. Obiano war. Crime of coffee, ma to Cassia, Marco, Eddie Banku Difufu, call heavy do correct when I'm a gunko fufu so. Sir can't you beat Marco? Who is to fight? Cross tribal marriage, Ghana leads the world.
Oh, sir.
Cross tribal marriage, Ghana leads the world. Greater Accra, be a fan be a United Nations, blood won't moka by 5. Ne papa gonja, ne mami we, ne papa we, ne papa we. Aya no anya tikromo. United Nations body, and what dinner. Oh, power be a Accra, captain we smart. Within your smart, but try smart. Kobusa. Ne mami akwapem, me mami and crying. Ne mami.
United Nations body.
United Nations. And you United Nations. Oh, fan crania behind papa and run papa we. Oh, fan fatty. Chef fancy a West marriage. Cross. And no back 4 language, 4 union, 4 grandparents in a beefy free north. So the country cannot fight. We live side by side. We've never had a religious uprising. Konima. Nakwa baby a Pentecost dancing, never baby a master GC. Omo train in Cremofo and a pa azan. Ye team we are sorry ya. Mu am to party anom si de suzo nyamekania di animu. What is obi akọ? What is obi akọ onima? E wa sorry ho.
Debi.
Huh? What be?
Debi.
This is not a country. These politicians sabi in crasi for a bit me ye and a country. Won't me kon obi ankon. Akra oti market. Oti road. E turn adie. On the 50 Ghana no send money ma me kurasi 20 seed no send money on kwantim fan go nyina kwa honko enka Rawlings regime 19 years of Rawlings rule 11 years military no coup bia no etimi succeed here onya 24 coup attempts ba ku kran succeed because Bush bia no abetina mu
they say ga forest no kran etun Ghana
there is no forest because clever president Kufuor chado what the ma obi amoto jani bia koye ko ahuri abesa abo because be si obi fie. That time I know Shabama Campo no Nyura Mishano, and then you'll be any baby. 4 billion Kumasi Confanoche, I had a trotro station.
I don't know.
A trotro station. That's why I didn't a trotro station. And the Ghana mini military camp obey my whole coup d'etat. And to man your beku may catch them is not true. You cannot have a coup d'etat. And I'm also warning, taking this opportunity. American for give him a warning. American ni catch yourself very restrict or visa restriction. Ya no ka oboa. One time obi also obey both MPP and DC. They cannot try. They should know. If they don't know, some of us will tell them. Ghana will not be allowed by the international community. It will be the last country that will fall.
Ghana.
The last country that will fall. As an African country to have a fight. The last country. The democracy. You bet me now say start you box in the ballot box near kwasi awagimi no and your babo na sum election day e bi bo and your babo asum etu de be beto kwasi abewu but I know chese obi be ho wuo ho ababeko it's normal Sunday ni American election kwasi ebo nipa asum German election wa bo ye bo police for bo. Do you understand me? It is a fine country, it's a nice country, but I've said and I've mentioned Woman better programs in security aspect. The only security aspect. Internet so I'm church and they don't understand the country that they are talking about.
Any security aspect
40 million populated country. Yeni blue helmet, yeni so yeni United Nations blue helmet. Chameda ruju amba habe pattern tokwa.
Debbie.
Do you understand? Until kind of bizana cyber security. Who told you say cyber crime in my country? When I say cyber crime in country too. Obi tini ma turn a laptop. Now also where Jimenez or cyber or Mukronwa. Now no about generate into Tokwa. Those are the security vibes security as person Ebekika. When we are talking about country, we're talking about the country security profile. And what is the real security profile? Young cop Dan Parinfa, the most wanted Ghanaian man or Hamra. Near here in Pakro. Our natives.
Assemble.
Because the code because dance man no akwa who one we abrewa be pant na dance man police wash. Well we sorry was there was security situation.
Assemble.
Obi we as Kaneshi marketer. Obi obi phone na. Near I say arm robber. And then a phone snatch better than arm robber. This is a fine country. We are short of information processing. We gather information.
That we don't know how to process.
Na country obi ni soldier ni police ni gina exchange bullet. Kofi ni Kwame ni wo mututu bullet. Ya che ne kwa is alleged suspect.
Assemble.
Country be na desa. Kromfo na mu atutuo na mu a wonana oni police wa exchange gama ni nam kurabu no. Police ni kwa ye den ba court ni ya ba ni gini nan. Ono amon ne docket kra no suspect. And when I saw the suspect, no I can't police English wo. We don't have that security challenges. And to Boko Diane, me, I see it say the state is not prepared to solve the problem. No. If the Ghana government is prepared to solve the problem, 2025 January 7th, whoever is sworn into this country as the president of the republic, the first thing that we would understand.
Military base.
Military base.
Wow.
Our border and so. Now put to the one of the contingents, you know, a combat unibin. Our inside the central near Sasemusu. What would you in our left? You in our left gate. What would you in our right? Would you in our right? Who could you in our hand? So why you in our hand? Now I hear them.
Assemble.
Country cry independent. Now we could do a biswa, and I don't know my menu so, and I'm in your hand, and I'm in your hand. Excuse me to say, Sahino, our yen, a den land. Bayre do say nom diaba. Bayre do say nom diaba. And Ponche do say nom diaba. Omontio, Sabo dancing a bukina, or then an entry babaton.
Assemble.
And your nom di fiba. And your board and echi. And a bukina for your man entry. I don't know that part of the country. Also, so what that kind of a land na and waiting so at the nantri ni biaba. And another meton nantri. Na there be a boa so geniano, ye boa military for near Domco. And na crowd they do to the stance military for no attack you. Should that be the case?
No.
Should that be the case?
No.
Obi in military uniform, police uniform. Wakana mama national security say your friends say yeah now immigration. They also have the right to live. They have the right to live. They have family to take care of. Now what one now kwa him for sama. So jeni ono ba abepe peace no. Muhoma na mututu omutu. Should that be the case?
No.
Is that what the country wants?
No.
On much national security budget do year, and they should tell Ghanaians. So when the time the national security ediko kwapem ediko Volta ediko Captain Ukrom see a pattern tokwa. Apart from this chieftaincy and your marketing getting what is your bo be sumu to and your table free tuna and no matter na die every day boko Jerry time okay or stop so my expectation come off.
That's right.
Hona no ka ho asem that time no hona no ka ho asem because Dagbani land Dagombas omo nom expectation, excuse me, Wala omo nom expectation, Gonjas omo nom expectation. Until that time no it was there and was stop so my expectation come off. This expectation no nothing you said the upper east upper bokun munyina amso yankremo for. And what is really the problem? What is really the problem? So we know you ate maslach muti mosque. Ye nyina Quran ba ko ne yekai. Ni wukune na wuki. Then na ubenya also. What do you get out of it? In fact, if you don't even manage your way, with the emotions will circulate. Some of us are yet the security. Yet the security situation as no. One manage you worse, you even just want to slip up. But I think say Captain Moamoka say you know, Munyusu medium no near educated. And some of us now who different program line no will come and speak and tell politicians say it is not true. So any Ghanaian politician, ebetima move one single Ghanaian at the Nako street is so kokon. A woman we young kwasi for ejimi and a beji politician be ati akwa to ebekuno because kuna politician name no no yankunu bi and oba year 1000 Ghana cedis ye bo nwuma obesa eno anu anu awie.
Welcome to YOUTHS YouTube channel. Positivity only. Metumia soria waye teche mada bodie mu waye oma tati ebiania ofresu koko tuma oma eni ebediana fajidie kate waye